Yo. I said, yo. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jeremy coming to you guys with another video. If you're new to the channel, make sure that you leave a like on this video. Hit the subscribe button if you're a new viewer. Make sure that y'all hit that notification bell so y'all get notified whenever I upload or stream. And make sure that you guys check out the links down below in the description. With that being said, let's get straight into today's video. So, as y'all know, there's always been this thing going on between about, what the men's versus women's basketball organizations are getting, whether it be WNBA or NCAA. But I'm gonna keep this strictly about the NCAA because, I'm gonna make another video about the WNBA. But the main thing, really, what I wanted to start off by saying was, obviously by the title, Nick Young is under some fire, man. Nick Young is under some fire, bro. Former player, ex-NBA star Nick Young criticized for sexist remark over NCAA tournament disparities, says he was hacked. So if you guys don't know what Nick Young said, this was directly after, Oregon Sedona Prince shared a video comparing the women's and men's weight room at their respective NCAA tournament bubbles. And I'll show you guys that video right now. So obviously after that video was shown, as you guys just saw, Nick Young went on to say, man, y'all not bringing in the big bucks, y'all the JV team, and it's cool. Now, that is not the way how you attack the situation. You get what I'm saying? Even though part of the statement is true, is that they're not bringing in the big bucks, like they're not bringing in as much money as the men's are. You should never ever attack the situation like that, because we know how fragile that situation is. We just know what it is. But if we're looking at the stats, if we're comparing the stats in terms of what the NCAA brings in and what the men's brings in, or just men's versus women's for the NCAA March Madness tournament, the revenue annually is more than $700 million for the men's NCAA tournament. Let me say this again. The revenue that they generate annually is more than $700 million. Now, the revenue that the NCAA women's generates each year is only $35 million. And I don't say that to belittle it, because $35 million is obviously a lot, but it's nowhere near $700+ million. Now, in terms of the viewership for the men's, it's 10.9 million viewership. This was in 2019, and then, or just last season, and then the women's was 3.6 million. So you can see there's a difference there in terms of, the money that they generate, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That is okay in terms of the money, because two things are not gonna, you just can't expect the women's and the men's basketball to be as entertaining as each other. You get what I'm saying? There's a reason for that. You guys just heard the stat that I said. Off of that alone in itself, just that right there shows something. Now, in terms of the weight rooms, I'm not sure how that works. I don't know if they could have, got better weights. If they could have, they should have. And, I'm saying coulda, woulda, shoulda, they should have done it. But I'll give you guys a perfect example. When I was in high school, I always wondered why we couldn't get a new track. I'm like, hey, we haven't had a new track all 4 years. My 4 years in high school, we never got a new track. Our weight room never got fully upgraded. None of that, right? That's in the time that I was there. Over the years, as I graduated high school, I graduated in 2017, they eventually ended up getting, like a new weight room, all of that, like treadmills, just a whole bunch of stuff, because they ended up making more money. Now, in terms of the NCAA, I'm not sure how the money gets split, but there should have been money put to the side to where they can be able to get a proper training equipment. Now, like I said, it's a sticky situation with the money, but a bigger problem we could talk about is, why aren't these players getting paid? How about we talk about that? Why aren't the men's or the women's getting paid? If they're generating that much money, why aren't they getting paid? The players are the ones that bring in that money. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what anybody else does in terms of the NCAA. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, without the players, there is no money being made, and that's just a fact. That's way more important than, whatever else is going on. That's the issue that should really be attacked. I feel like we, tend to get into this men versus women battle way too much, and it's just not fair to either gender, because both work extremely hard. They both do what they're supposed to do at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, one is working less hard than the other. The men's and the women's are both putting in work. They're both practicing hours and hours and hours, putting it all on the line, putting their blood, sweat, and tears into what they do. They all love what they do. And, you know, not everybody's gonna make the same money. You even look at my channel. I have 900 videos, probably plus, but I only have 16,000 subscribers. Some people, when they have 900 videos, they probably already have 1 million subscribers. You know what I mean? You just have to learn to adapt and just stay down until you come up. Now, that's not me telling the woman to stay down or nothing like that. It's just a typical saying. You know, if things are not going your way, you just keep grinding and keep pushing. Will the women's end up making more money than the men's? I'm not sure. The men's are dunking the ball, getting alley-oops, much more athletic, much more stronger, faster, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Obviously for a reason, if they can dunk, and then there's nobody in the women's division that can dunk. Now, I'll look at the history, because I'm sure there might be somebody, but I'll look at the history. If I look at the history of, you know, how many dunks there are in the NCAA, I hope I can find that for you guys, because that would be an interesting stat. We'll just look it up live on the video right now. How many dunks in women's college basketball? So we'll look up that. How many dunks in women's college basketball? You know, I'm looking through it, and it's not, I'm not finding an exact stat, but in the WNBA, that's a stat that I'll throw out that I'm going to use in my next video. There has only been 22 dunks in WNBA history, which is, you know, obviously going to be less entertaining. Just that alone, you know, you're not seeing the basketball being dunked and all of that, so it's just less entertainment, or less entertainment. That's exactly why you guys see the comparison in terms of the money that's being made. It's nothing against women. I hear people say that. There's women in the, you know, in NCAA that's way better than me. They'll give me buckets. Some of them are averaging 25 points. They're talented. No one's taking that away from them. But, you know, something like weight room, and I seen another thing, something about food, you know, that should all be equal. Everybody should get the equal food. You know, everything should look the same. The weight should be the same. But if it's a problem with the money, in terms of, okay, well, we're not making enough money to where we can get good, you know, equipment for the women, then might as well pay them. You know what I'm saying? The men and the women should be getting paid. You know, they should be getting paid. Honest to God, they should be getting paid, because there's no way that the women's is sitting there generating 35 million and the men's are generating 700+ million, and they're not getting $1 out of that. And then if they do something with an endorsement or anything, there's so many rules that lock these players in that we should, you know, together pay it way more attention to than, you know, just some weight room situation. It's much bigger problems than just a weight room situation. And I hope you guys can understand what I'm saying. Both athletes, men's and women's, they both put their blood, sweat, and tears into this, and they deserve better. They both deserve better. They should be making money. And hopefully, you know, this little situation draws into something way bigger, and the bigger issues like the players being paid and the players being tied down to all these rules. Hope y'all understand what I am saying, man. But that's pretty much it for the video. I am going to make a video in terms of the NBA versus the WNBA, and in terms of why obviously they make more money or what the contracts look like. But that's a video that we're going to drop next, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that. In the meantime, leave a like on this video, drop your comments down below, let me know what you guys think. Was Nick Young wrong? Obviously yes, but there was some truth to the statement in terms of who's making the money, but he definitely approached it in a terrible manner. So I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Drop your comments down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit that notification bell so you guys never miss another upload or stream. It's your boy John Reigns, and I'm out, y'all. Peace.
Gang, they cannot do it like him. Nobody shooting like him.